101. To Swami Ramakrishnananda, Ambala, 19th August 1897. Dear Shashi, I am very much pained to hear that the work in Madras is not prospering for wants of funds. I am glad to learn that the amount borrowed by Alasinga's brother-in-law, sister's husband, has been received back in Almora. Goodwin has written to me to inform the reception committee to take some money for expenses from the amount that is left as a result of the lecture. It is a very mean thing to spend the money received on the occasion of that lecture for the purpose of the reception, and I do not like to tell anybody anything about this matter. I have understood quite well what the people of our country are when it comes to money matters. On my behalf, you personally talk with friends there and politely make them understand that it is all right if they can find ways and means to bear the expenses, but if they cannot do so, all of you come back to the mutt at Calcutta or go to Ramnath and establish the mutt there. I am now going to the hills at Dharmasala. Niranjan, Dinu, Krishnalal, Latu and Achyut will stay at Amritsar. Why did you not all these days send Sadananda to the mutt? If he is still there, then send him to the Punjab on receipt of a letter from Niranjan from Amritsar. I intend to start work in the Punjab after a few days more rest in the Punjab hills. The Punjab and Rajputana are indeed fields for work. I shall write to you again soon after starting work. My health was very bad recently. Now I am very slowly recovering. It will be all right if I stay in the hills for some more days. My love to you and to Alasinga, Gigi, R.A., Goodwin, Gupta, Sukul and all others. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 102. To Swami Brahmananda, Amritsar, 2nd September 1897. My dear Rakhal, Yogin tells me in a letter to buy the house at Bagh Bazar for rupees 20,000. Even if we buy that house, there are still a lot of difficulties. For example, we shall have to break it down in part and make the drawing room into a big hall, and similar alterations and repairs. Moreover, the house is very old and ramshackle. However, consult Girish Babu and Atul and do what you decide to be best. Today I am leaving by the 2 o'clock train with all my party for Kashmir. The recent stay at Dharmashala Hills has improved my health much, and the tonsillitis, fever, etc. have completely disappeared. From a letter of yours, I got all the news. Niranjan, Latu, Krishnalal, Dinanath, Gupta, and Achyut are all going to Kashmir with me. The gentleman from Madras who donated rupees 1,500 for famine relief wants an account of how exactly the money was expended. Send him such an account. We are doing more or less well. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. P.S. Give my love to all at the mutt. V. 103. To Swami Brahmananda, care of Rishibar Mukhopadhyaya, Chief Justice, Srinagar, Kashmir, 13th September 1897. My dear Akhal, now Kashmir. The excellent accounts you heard of this place are all true. There is no place so beautiful as this. And the people also are fair and good-looking, though their eyes are not beautiful. But I have also never seen elsewhere villages and towns so horribly dirty. In Srinagar, I am now putting up at the house of Rishibar Babu. He is very hospitable and kind. Send all my letters to his address. In a few days I shall go out somewhere else on excursions, but while returning, I shall come by way of Srinagar, and so shall get the letters also. I have read the letter that you sent regarding Gangadhar. Write to him that there are many orphans in central India and in Gorakhpur. From there, the Punjabis are getting many children. You must persuade Mahindra Babu and get up an agitation about this matter, so that the people of Calcutta are induced to take up the charge of these orphans. Such a movement is very desirable. Specially, a memorial should be sent to the government requesting it to see that orphans taken over by the missionaries are returned to the Hindus. Tell Gangadhar to come over, and on behalf of the Ramakrishna Society, a tearing campaign should be made. Gird up your loins and go to every house to carry on the campaign. Hold mass meetings, etc. Whether you succeed or not, start a furious agitation. Get all the facts from the important Bengali friends at Gorakhpur by writing to them, and let there be a countrywide agitation over this. Let the Ramakrishna Society be fully established. The secret of the whole thing is to agitate and agitate without respite. I am much pleased to see the orderliness of Sarada's work. Gangadhar and Sarada should not rest satisfied until they have succeeded in creating a center in every place they visit. Just now I received a letter from Gangadhar. It is good news that he is determined to start a center in that district. Write to him saying that his friend, the magistrate, has sent an excellent reply to my letter. As soon as we come down to the plains from Kashmir, I shall send back Latu, Niranjan, Dinu, and Khoka, for there is no suitable work for them here anymore. Also, within 3 to 4 weeks, send Shuddhananda, Sushil, and one other to me. Send them to the house of Mr. Shama Charan Mukhopadhyay, Medical Hall, Cantonment, Ambala. From there, I shall go to Lahore. They should have each 2 thick, gerua colored jerseys and 2 blankets for bedding. I shall buy them woolen chadars and other woolen necessities in Lahore. If the translation of Raja Yoga has been completed, get it published bearing all the cost. Where the language is obscure, make it very simple and clear, and let Tulsi make a Hindi translation of it if he can. If these books are published, they will help the mutt very greatly. I hope your health is now quite all right. Since reaching Dharmasala, I have been all right. I like the cold places. There the body keeps well. I have a desire either to visit a few places in Kashmir and then choose an excellent site and live a quiet life there, or to go on floating on the water. I shall do what the doctor advises. The Raja is not here now. His brother, the one just next to him in age, is the commander-in-chief. Efforts are being made to arrange a lecture under his chairmanship. I shall write all about his afterwards. If the meeting for the lecture is held in a day or two, I shall stay back. Otherwise, I go out again on my travels. Sevier is still at Murree. His health is very bad, going about in the jolting tongas and jatkas. The Bengali gentlemen of Murree are very good and courteous. Give my respects to G.C. Ghosh, Atul, Master Mahashay, and others, and keep up the spirits of everybody. What is the news about the house which Yogen suggested we should buy? In October, I shall go down from here and shall deliver a few lectures in the Punjab. After that, I may go via Sindh to Kutch, Bhuj, and Kathiawar, even down to Pune if circumstances are favorable. Otherwise, I go to Rajputana via Baroda. From Rajputana, I go to the northwestern province, then Nepal, and finally Calcutta. This is my present program. Everything, however, is in God's hands. My love and greetings to all. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 104. To Swami Shuddhananda. Care of Rishibar Mukhopadhyay, Chief Justice, Srinagar, Kashmir, 15th September 1897. My dear Shuddhananda, we are in Kashmir at last. I need not tell you of all the beauties of the place. It is the one land fit for yogis, to my mind. But the land is now inhabited by a race who, though possessing great physical beauty, are extremely dirty. I am going to travel by water for a month, seeing the sights and getting strong. But the city is very malarious just now. And Sadananda and Kristolal have got fever. Sadananda is all right today, but Kristolal has fever yet. The doctor came today and gave him a purgative. He will be all right by tomorrow, we hope, and we start also tomorrow. The state has lent me one of its barges, and it is fine and quite comfortable. They have also sent orders to the tehsildars of different districts. The people here are crowding in banks to see us and are doing everything they can to make us comfortable. A clipping from the Indian Mirror quoting passages from an article written by Dr. Barrows in an American paper has been sent over to me by somebody without a name and asking me what reply to give. I sent back the cutting to Brahmananda with my answer to the passages which are damned lies. I am glad to learn you are doing well there and going on with your usual work. I also had a letter from Shivananda giving the details of work there. After a month, I go back to the Punjab and I will expect 3 of you at Ambala. In case a center is founded, 1 of you will be left in charge. Niranjan, Latu, and Kristolal will be sent back. I intend to make a rapid march through the Punjab and Sindh via Kathiawar and Baroda, back to Rajputana and thence to Nepal and last Calcutta. Write to me, care of Rishibar Babu at Srinagar. I will get the letter on my way back. With love to all and blessings, yours, Vivekananda. 105. To Sri Haripada Mitra, Srinagar, Kashmir, 1897. Dear Haripada, my health has been very bad for the last 9 months, and the heat made it still worse. So I have been wandering over the hills from place to place. Now I am in Kashmir. I have travelled far and wide, but I have never seen such a country. I shall soon leave for the Punjab and again go to work. From Sadananda, I have heard all the news about you and continue to get it. I am sure to go to Karachi after visiting the Punjab. So we shall meet in person there. With blessings, Vivekananda. 106. To Miss Josephine MacLeod, Srinagar, Kashmir, 30th September 1897. My dear Miss MacLeod, come soon if you intend to come really. From November to the middle of February, India is cool. After that, it is hot. You will be able to see all you want within that time. But to see all takes years. I'm in a hurry, therefore, excuse this hasty card. Kindly tender my love to Mrs. Bull and my good wishes and earnest thoughts for Goodwin's speedy recovery. My love to Mother, to Alberta, to the baby, to Hollister, and last not the least, to Frankie. Yours in the Lord, Vivekananda. 107. To Swami Brahmananda, Srinagar, Kashmir, 30th September 1897. Dear Akhal, I received your affectionate letter and also the letter from the mutt. I am leaving for the Punjab in 2 or 3 days. I have received the foreign mail. The following are my answers to Miss Noble's questions in her letter. 1. Nearly all the branches have been started, but the movement is only just beginning. 2. Most of the monks are educated. Those that are not are also having secular education. But above all, to do good, perfect unselfishness is absolutely necessary. To ensure that, more attention is given to spiritual exercises than to anything else. 3. Secular educators. We get mostly those who have already educated themselves. What is needed is training them into our method and building up of character. The training is to make them obedient and fearless, and the method is to help the poor physically first and then work up to higher regions of mentality. Arts and industries. This part of the program alone cannot be begun for want of funds. The simplest method to be worked upon at present is to induce Indians to use their own produce and get markets for Indian artware, etc. in other countries. This should be done by persons who are not only not middlemen themselves, but will devote the entire proceeds of this branch to the benefit of the workmen. 4. Wandering from place to place will be necessary till people come to education. The religious character of the wandering monks will carry with it a much greater weight than otherwise. 5. All castes are open to our influence, so long the highest only have been worked upon. But since the work department is in full operation in different famine centers, we are influencing the lower classes more and more. 6. Nearly all the Hindus approve our work, only they are not used to practical cooperation in such works. 7. Yes, from the very start we are making no distinction in our charities or other good works between the different religions of India. Reply to Miss N according to these hints. See that there is no remissness whatever in the medical treatment of Yogin. If necessary, spend money by drawing on the capital. Did you go and meet Bhavanath's wife? If Brahmachari Hari Prasanna can come, it will be very helpful. Mr. Sevier has become very impatient about acquiring a house somewhere. It will be good if something is done quickly about it. Hari Prasanna is an engineer, so he will be able to do something quickly about it. Also, he understands better about the suitability of places. They, the Seviers, like to have a place somewhere near about Dehradun or Missouri. That is to say, the place must not be too cold and must be habitable throughout the year. So send Hari Prasanna at once straight to Sergeant Shamapada Mukherjee, Medical Hall, Ambala Cantonment. As soon as I go down to the Punjab, I shall send Mr. Sevier along with him. I am returning to the mutt in a trice after a tour of the Punjab, Karachi, and then via Rajputana, not via Kathiawad and Gujarat, to Nepal. Tulsi has gone to Madhya Bharat. Is it for the famine relief work? My blessings and love to all. I have got the news that Kali has reached New York, but he has not written any letter. Sturdy writes that his work had increased so much that people were amazed, and a few persons have also written me praising him highly. However, there is not so much difficulty in America. The work will go on somehow or other. Send Shuddhananda and his brother along with Hari Prasanna. Of the party, only Gupta and Achyut will accompany me. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 108. To Swami Ramakrishnananda, Srinagar, Kashmir, 30th September 1897. My dear Shashi, now I am returning from a visit to places in Kashmir. In a day or two I shall leave for the Punjab. As my health is now much better, I have decided to tour again in the same way as before. Not too much lecturing, 1 or 2 lectures perhaps in the Punjab, otherwise none. The people of our country have not yet offered me even as much as a pice for my travelling expenses, and to cap it all, to take with you a whole party, well, you can easily understand how troublesome it all is. It is also a matter of shame to have to draw upon only the English disciples. So as before, I start out with only a blanket. In this place, there is no need for any person like Goodwin, as you can see. A monk from Ceylon, P.C. Jinawar Vamar by name, has written to me among other things that he wants to visit India. Perhaps he is the same monk who comes of the Siamese royal family. His address is Velavata, Ceylon. If convenient, invite him to Madras. He believes in the Vedanta. It will not be so difficult to send him to other places from Madras. It is also good to have such a person in the order. My love and blessings to you and all others. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. P.S. The Maharaja of Khetri is reaching Bombay on the 10th October. Don't forget to present him an address of welcome. V. 109. To Swami Brahmananda, Srinagar, Kashmir, 30th September 1897. Dear Rakhal, I understand from a letter of Gopal Dada that you have seen that piece of land at Konnagar. It seems that that site is rent-free and measures 16 bighas, about 5 acres, and that the price is below 8 or 10,000 rupees. Do what you think best after considering the healthiness and other factors. In a day or two I shall leave for the Punjab, so don't write any more letters to me at this address. I shall telegraph to you my next address. Don't forget to send Hari Prasanna. Tell Gopal Dada thus. Your health will soon be all right. Winter is coming, what fear? Eat well and be merry. Write a letter to Mrs. C. Sevier at Springdale, Marie, as to Yogen's present state of health, marking on the cover, to await arrival. Give my love and blessings to all. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. P.S. The Maharaja of Khetri reaches Bombay on the 10th October. Don't forget to give him an address of welcome. V. 110. To Sister Nivedita, Srinagar, Kashmir, 1st October 1897. Dear Margot, some people do the best work when led. Not everyone is born to lead. The best leader, however, is one who leads like the baby. The baby, though apparently depending on everyone, is the king of the household. At least to my thinking, that is the secret. Many feel, but only a few can express. It is the power of expressing one's love and appreciation and sympathy for others that enables one person to succeed better in spreading the idea than others. I shall not try to describe Kashmir to you. Suffice it to say, I never felt sorry to leave any country except this paradise on earth, and I am trying my best, if I can, to influence the Raja in starting a center. So much to do here, and the material so helpful. The great difficulty is this. I see persons giving me almost the whole of their love, but I must not give anyone the whole of mine in return, for that day the work would be ruined. Yet there are some who will look for such a return, not having the breadth of the impersonal view. It is absolutely necessary to the work that I should have the enthusiastic love of as many as possible, while I myself remain entirely impersonal. Otherwise, jealousy and quarrels would break up everything. A leader must be impersonal. I am sure you understand this. I do not mean that one should be a brute, making use of the devotion of others for his own ends, and laughing in his sleeve meanwhile. What I mean is what I am, intensely personal in my love, but having the power to pluck out my own heart with my own hand, if it becomes necessary for the good of many, for the welfare of many, as Buddha said. Madness of love, and yet in it no bondage. Matter changed into spirit by the force of love. Nay, that is the gist of our Vedanta. There is but one, seen by the ignorant as matter, by the wise as God. And the history of civilization is the progressive reading of spirit into matter. The ignorant see the person in the non-person. The sage sees the non-person in the person. Through pain and pleasure, joy and sorrow, this is the one lesson we are learning. Yours ever with love and truth, Vivekananda.